right here. I want to talk about the dangers of comparison. I'm a 4-time cancer survivor, and if I wasn't a motivational speaker, I wouldn't talk about it. In fact, I didn't talk about it, and I don't like to talk about it. And it's for the same reason that for so many years while I was being treated at Moffitt Cancer Center, I wore my sunglasses. I didn't want to make eye contact with anyone else there. I didn't want to start chit chat. I didn't want to make relationships. And I told myself a lie. I told myself that it was because I didn't want to feel like a patient, because it made me feel like a victim. But the truth was, I was walking out of there, and I couldn't say that for everyone else. I couldn't say that for the guy next to me. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that feeling was. And I later, I guess, characterized it as survivor's guilt. And so I didn't want to talk about cancer because compared to so many who have gone through cancer, who are going through cancer, and who won't survive their fight with cancer, I've got the easy road. It took me a long time to realize that surviving cancer is actually nothing to be ashamed of. That I don't need to feel bad about it. And I think it took a call from a friend last year and an opportunity to do something with it, to do something about it. You know, I began to finally see it as an opportunity. I finally began to see it as a gift. But it took me a long time in getting there. And so number one, it's so important to not compare yourself to others, because just because I didn't have the hardest road, just because I survived, it didn't make what I went through any less real. You know, cancer is a real thing. It's a scary thing. I don't care how subtle of an experience it is. Just the brush with cancer is, you don't know how alone it feels until you hear those words for the first time. And I know what it feels like to hear it 4 times. So don't ever minimize what you've gone through, whether it be cancer, whether it be a different struggle. And here's the important thing. If you're going through it, all right, someone else is going through it. Someone else has gone through it that maybe you can lean into them for strength. And someone else is going through it who's going to need you for strength. Don't minimize the importance of your struggle. What we do with it, how we overcome it, is by helping others and by sharing that struggle and by making a vulnerable video like this one. So don't minimize what you've gone through. Don't compare. Identify with people. Identify with their struggle. Look for ways to help and relate with people. But what you went through is real, and what you do about it is real too. Let's go. Live inspired.